morning, class. My name is Fred Naranjo, and today I present my video of my top 5 mice and lions. I hope you enjoy. So continue with the video. In top 5, we have the rainbow. The rainbow is a myth that says the following: in the forest lived a child with a man. There were also several children, but it is this child with long hair had a particularity. The child was not a human. If not rain turned, then mass as he did not, nothing remained with the child. When he wanted water for the jar, the boy wrung his long hair and gave it so that he could take. Time passed and some children wanted to play with him. Then they began to play. The man did not warn that they were very carefully with him, that they were not going to do anything wrong. The children started to kick him all over his body. Then something terrible happened. The rainbow started to send lightning from under his arm. When the lightning ended, the rain began to rain out and a lot on children who heard him disappearance and no longer became namely the children. Okay, we passed to top 4. Okay, in top 4 we have the myth of the mysterious full moon. Okay, this myth says the following: a full moon night, a couple found a dog, was all hurt, and decided to take it home. To cure it, the man took off his belt and placed it on the dog in the neck. The woman begins to clean the wounds that the dog has. When the dog crouches, he sees a crux that has the woman in the neck, and immediately the dog begins to bite it and runs through the wall house. The dog throws himself out the windows without knowing that they are on the 13th floor of a building. The couple is surprising and avoids pegging on the windows, as they knew that the dog will die. The next day, a police officer arrives at his house. The agent asks if he heard a strange noise the night before. They said no. The policeman says, "We found a dwarf running down the street naked and with a belt on the neck. For now, nobody knows what happened to the dog and the dwarf." Okay, and this we continue to top 3. Okay, in top 3 we have accident in abyss. This might say the following: in a place in the Korean Highlands where the road circles between mountains and a great abyss, a marriage with his son advanced with caution in the car. It was a foggy night and the trip was very dangerous. They were returning from a trip in the mountains. We are going home on a road, light and traveled. Suddenly a woman appeared in the middle of the road, with her neck and clothes full of blood, screaming to stop. The family stopped and the husband got out of the car. Then he spoke with the woman who, wearing his pets and crying, told him that they had an accident and that they had fallen with the car down the ravine. The woman begged him to help her, who had a baby and was trapped between the irons of the car, to go down and get him out of there. The man took his mountain equipment and started down the ravine. He got up very nervous with the baby in his arms and asked his wife where the woman was. She replied that she had sat on a large stone on the road, but when they looked, she was gone. Then the man quickly got into the car with the baby and told his wife to do the same. He started the car and they left. His wife, very angry, asked him why he was going with the baby. Why they had not saw the woman. The husband told him to calm down and that when they came to his house he would tell. Then when When they arrived, the woman asked her husband for explanation. He replied when he got out and picked up the baby, he saw the woman dead. The accident had been brutal, and his body was covered in blood, and his seat blood tangled around his neck. The woman's spirit was the one who had asked for help save her son. Okay, we pass to the next topic. Okay, in top 2 we have a Stirry Night. Okay, the might say the following. A young couple decides to take an evening a stroll through the forest near their city to see the stars and the sky without the pollution of the city. At the moment of returning home, the boy realized that the car does not start. After a while trying, he proposed to her to wait for him in the car while she asked for help. She, also a little scared, accepts. As soon as he left, he closed out the insurance. The time passed and her boyfriend has not yet returned. The minutes continue to pass and the fear in her is increasing. Suddenly, she begins to hear a noise on the outside. More specifically, on the roof of the car. It seemed as if a tree branch would touch the car through the air blowing outside. Though it was strange because they were not near any tree. Also frightened, she eventually falls asleep. At dawn, the girl is awakened by the police, missing her. She opens the window. She opens the windows and asks her to get out of the car, but does not look behind her. Evidently, she turned and saw her boyfriend dead, hanging from the branch of a tree as her feet brushed against the roof of the car. Okay, we continue to top 1. Okay, in top 1 we have a classic legend of Guayaquil, Ecuador. Okay, I suppose that you know is the lady covered. It's a classic legend of Guayaquil, Ecuador. Okay, and says the following: it is said that the lady covered is a being of unknown origin who appeared in hours near midnight to drunken men who frequent not very bus lake. Being close the lady, it is said that it gave off to its environment a pleasant fragrance, and therefore almost all those who saw it were so shocked to see it and to be near her. She made things for them to follow her, and in a trance the victim agreed to go, but she did not allow them to get close enough. So he kept them away from the urban center, and in remote places began to stop. Later, when the victim approached him to discover his face, a foul smell contaminated the environment, and seeing his face, they approached a corpse still in the process of putrefaction, which had eyes that looked like flashing fireballs. The majority of the victims died with convulsion and later by the mouth, some by the fright and others by the pestilent fragrance that emanates the spectrum when transforming. Very few survived, and popular culture called the rogues. In those 7 events, there are those who say that afterwards they still walk the alleys at night in the street of Guayaquil. Okay, and then and this was the top 1. Okay, this was my video. I hope you enjoy and like it. That was all. This is a finished video. So goodbye.